more than just words, but a call to action. Not only a call of action to you, but mainly serves as a challenge unto me, that we may be the men that God has purposed us to be. Men, we were commanded to provide and to protect, but all we seem to do now is to step aside and to neglect. But then we have the audaciousness to get angry and demand for respect. But you see, that's just partly the problem. You see, men, we yearn respect, but we no longer know how to earn respect. Yes, as a man, I understand the importance of respect, but with great respect also comes with great responsibility. Understanding that problems within us might be a possibility, and knowing that we don't have it all together, it's a high probability. But men, we are doing a good job. Yes, we are doing a good job of sowing our semen, but ironically, our seeds grow up and they can't even see men. For whatever a man sows, he will also reap. So men, if we are sowing absence, then guess what our children reap? We are living our life up while our children are down. How can we even sleep? I mean, we make vows and commitments that we can't even keep. We are about as ineffective as shepherds with hundreds of lost sheep. Disagree with us and we want to act hostile. Offend us and we want to get fragile and docile. Too easily angered and too easily offended. Put them together and what you see is pride. Men, may we open up our eyes, because pride is such an ugly disguise. Pride, an illusion of confidence mainly used to cover up for insecurity. The downfall of a man is not necessarily in his weakness, but in his delusion of strength. You see, the process of becoming a man is when we can admit that we are weak. For in my weakness, God's grace became sufficient and I became stronger. You see, men, only when we can admit that we are weak is when we can look to a God more powerful than us to seek. The God who held all of his power under control just because he was being meek. But men, I am tired. Yes, I am tired of society saying that they no longer need our existence. Whenever we approach a young lady, we are met with resistance. Single mothers saying that they no longer need our assistance. But what the world needs to see is more men who are persistent, but more importantly, more men who are consistent. But yet we rather treat our women like an accessory rather than a necessity. Ironically, we don't want to put in the time and effort for her to be the best that she can be, but yet we want her to be a trophy for all the world to see. Woo. Men, women are looking for a leader. She is looking for someone to lead her, but yet we rather lead her on. We don't know we had a good thing until it's gone. So here we go again, another cycle of leaving women as a statistic of unwed pregnancy. But men, all I gotta ask is, when are we gonna end the cycle, stop with the childish games and start creating a lasting legacy? By God's grace, when I think of a man, I think of my father. Yes, when I think of my father, I see my mother who he cherished. In the same manner how Christ loved the church when he perished. Yes, when I think of my father, I see his example. By showing my brother and I that as men we have nothing to prove to this world, because our Savior already took care of that when he died for it. So you tell me what I have to prove to this world when I'm already commanded not to be of it, but to be transformed by the renewing of my mind. No longer this false sense of manhood, because now I know the truth that Christ died for mankind. Man, I said this poem is more than just words, but a call to action. Not only a call of action to you, but mainly serves as a challenge unto me. So men, let us be the men that God has purposed us to be.